Dgenz Crypto Daily episode 55 is coming right up.
Dgenz Crypto Daily. Dgenz Crypto Daily. That's right. Dgenz Crypto Daily. Let's go. Dgenz Crypto Daily. News in the code. Riding on the blockchain. Heavy with the load. Lambo dreams are dying. Rugs are in the air. Try give us a meaning to the trading everywhere. Real Bitcoin's on the moon. And Ether's on fire. Hold us in the storm. Lifted higher and higher. With chart in the lead. Watch the candles glow. Crypto's in the fast lane. Never gonna hit them slow. Dgenz Crypto Daily. Fortunes you can see. Mining all those diamonds in digital harmony. Dgenz Crypto Daily. Crypto, that's the key. Stay up on your game now. Trading is wild and free. DeFi farms are lush, staking's all the buzz. NFTs are flipping, got those pixels flipping. Wallet stacking yields, hash rates on the rise. Dgenz Crypto Daily, vision in your eyes. Bulls are on the charge, bears are laying low. Crypto roller coaster, markets have been flown. Fellow to the left, Bitcoin on the right. Crypto's never sleeping cause fortunes are overnight. Dgenz Crypto Daily, fortunes you can see. Mining all those diamonds in digital harmony. Dgenz Crypto Daily. Crypto, there's the key. Stay up on your game now. Charts got you wild and free. DeFi farms are lush, staking's all the buzz. NFTs are flipping, got those pixels flipping. Wallet stacking yield, hash rates on the rise. Dgenz Crypto Daily, vision in your eyes. Bulls are on the charge, bears are laying low. Crypto roller coaster, markets have been flown. Fellow to the left, Bitcoin on the right. Crypto's never sleeping cause fortunes are overnight. Dgenz Crypto Daily, fortunes you can see. Fortunes you can see. All those diamonds. Digital harmony. Dgenz Crypto Daily. Crypto, there's the key. Stay up on your game now. Charts got you wild and free.
Yes, I do. I have you wild and free. Good morning and TGIF, everyone. How y'all doing? Welcome to Dgenz Crypto Daily. We're in episode 55. Can you guys believe that? 55 episodes in, and every day we move forward in time, we're going to get more and more bullish. So I'm excited on this amazing Friday. I want to talk to you guys about all the new things that are happening in crypto. Bitcoin is absolutely going up. Things are looking really, really good for the rest of October. We'll take a look at Politify tokens, Kama and Tramp. We'll make sure that we're on top of those. We'll take on requests. If you're interested in finding out something about a meme coin or even an NFT, we'll take requests. So we'll go over something like that. Exciting time on a Friday. First and foremost, we'll go through some of the things we normally do during the start of the stream. If you're new to the stream and you haven't had a chance to follow me on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it, this is your chance to do that now. Quick follow button would work. If you are interested in staying in touch with us with Dgenz and our Dgenz NFT project, the best way to do that is to click on this link or follow our account. We're an awesome community that's on Solana, and we're going through an art upgrade, and we're going to launch new art for our NFTs. Really looking forward to that. More details in our Discord. If you want to take part of the stream, the best way to do that is to actually click on my PFP, and takes you straight to the broadcast. And all you got to do is go to the bottom right corner and hit me up like this: GM TGIF chart, just like that. As you can see already, we're getting requests to look at different things, so we'll get into that. A few more other things. If you are taking our calls in our Discord, our calls for perpetual trades, that means leverage trades, this QR code is going to give you 10% off on all the trades, all of them, until the end of time. Okay, as long as Blowfin is around. That is Blowfin. Okay, so you're registering with Blowfin. You're going to get your QR code set up. You're going to get 10% off on all your perpetual trades. So that means anything that's leveraged will be getting, 10% off, and eventually they just add up, right? As we can see, things are going up 68,000 and rolling. DIA went up crazy. I think we went up from like 10 cents to over $1. Something crazy like that. Mudang up almost 50%. So if you're rolling with us, you're making money and you're getting 10% off. And lastly, before we start the stream, the latest thing we actually done is we created a newsletter, our free weekly newsletter, and it's going to go live really, really soon. So if you're interested in actually getting more content from us, that includes, chart setups, educational material, this is an opportunity to register. So all you got to do is go to, let me put that up. I'm a good host today. Let me put this up really quickly, just like this. All right. And so you would go there and register, put your email, free newsletter from all of us at Dgenz. I'm really looking forward to getting all that stuff to you guys. So if you're interested in anything like this, just register and you get a free newsletter every single week. All right, let's get into the news. You guys wonder why I'm always bullish, especially in October. Look at this, for example. Global Bitcoin ETPs register biggest 7-day inflow since July. In the past 4 trading days, Bitcoin ETPs have purchased around 48 days of the mined Bitcoin supply. Isn't that crazy? So the inflows for the ETFs are pretty remarkable, right? Obviously since the launch, it was a crazy amount because we were much lower in Bitcoin price than we are now. But at some point we started to move up, and people are expecting them a pretty major move up, and they're getting ready for it, right? And so people are buying the ETFs and getting exposure to Bitcoin. On a 7-day basis, Bitcoin ETPs have seen a 25,000 BTC in net inflows, the biggest since July. So 7 days, 25,000 BTC. Since October 14th, Bitcoin ETFs have seen approximately 1.9 billion, in net inflows. That's crazy. October 17th, Ether saw 48 million at inflows, which is the largest since September 27th. So you can see money's starting to come in, which is good. This is the liquidity we want, right? And the ETS specifically will not have the liquidity transfer into mid majors and other altcoins. But what will happen is people that actually own Bitcoin, right? They're going to be the ones that are incentivized to sell at a higher price point, right? And then that liquidity is going to trickle down into alts at some point. Yeah, so that's really, really bullish, obviously, right? It says here, Bitcoin ETPs now hold 1.1 million BTC. That's crazy. That is so crazy. The same amount that Satoshi's wallet holds. So yeah, whoever Satoshi is, congrats, buddy. You own as much as all of the ETPs combined. And Ether is getting good inflows as well. Let me see if this correlates with the dominance of ETH really quickly. So if you guys know, what we do is we check the dominance by typing in eth.d, okay? And we'll go on the weekly scale and see if there's anything there, right? We do have momentum shifting, which is good, but it still means it can get down lower, right? We don't have the full pinch. And if we do get the pinch, it's going to be well in this territory, the bearish territory. So it's going to take a while to get going again. I remember talking about the range of ETH dominance. I really wanted it to be down into this level here, between 12% and 10%, before saying like we found a bottom. Even though this was at a 50 percentile, right? We really want to get down to here. Okay, so 10% dominance is probably where ETH is going to find its strength, and it's going to get going. Which means most likely when everything does go up at this moment, ETH is going to have a struggle to go up. Like it's going to go up, but it's going to go by like 2%, maybe 5%, versus, if Bitcoin is going up by 7%, or alts are going crazy, they're going up at 20, 30%. ETH is going to have a struggle, and people are going to point to a whole bunch of stuff. They're like, oh, lack of adoption. They're going to just use news articles to, articulate why ETH is not having a good time in the price market. And I'll tell you exactly why is because of these things, because the dominance hasn't reached a level where it found its strength. And I think it's going to be up to here, and it's going to find its way up. Let's check out what else is there in the news. Interesting, says here, Republican sweep in the U.S. election would be the most bullish outcome for Coinbase and crypto markets. Citi says Republican control of the Senate will be key to passing bills such as FIT 21 and appointing a pro-crypto agency leaders, and digital asset reform would likely happen sooner for both chambers aligned. Listen, you know that I can't wait for that to happen. I actually don't care who wins. I just want crypto regulation to be there in place, so we know what we can do, right? Like if I know what my legal bounds are, then I know what to do business-wise. If I don't, then we have no idea. Like imagine if we know exactly what NFTs are, if they're actual investment vehicles, then people will be buying NFTs like crazy, right? Fully knowing that either they're insured or there's some kind of legal backing for founders that if they are to sell NFTs, they have to fully register with the SEC, which means you have their identities and so on and so forth. Right now, there's no identities. How many people experience NFT rugs because they just walk away? There's no repercussions. So we need regulation. We need some kind of control over these assets. And so people will be more reluctant to offer NFTs and they have to be registered, right? And you know that as soon as, for example, a country like the US formulates these regulations, other countries will take ownership of those regulations as well. Like they'll reproduce them in their own way in their own countries. And so there will be sweeping changes all across the board, everywhere. A potential Republican sweep for both chambers of Congress will be most bullish. We saw that the bank cuts its Coinbase price target to 275 from 345. It's possible. Let's look at Coinbase. Tell you if that's accurate. So Coinbase is here, right? It said that its target is 275. So let's see if that makes any sense. The 275 is here. I mean, that is possible, right? Or they're just saying it's going to get a double top, right? That's possible. But what else is possible is that we can align this much differently. And what I mean is we can make it go this way. All right. So now I have the upper trend line set up. Most likely what we get is here, this 335. It's exactly what they were talking about, 345. So probably get that, actually, right? So we put it on the chart. It's basically this. Okay. I think we can get that. That means like its top, it's at early 2025. I don't know if that's going to be the case because I think Coinbase will run during the bull run, right? Essentially, it's making money, right? More people are trading, the more people are paying the fees to trade and so on. So there's making a lot of money. It's kind of like Bitcoin miners. If Bitcoin price is going up, their margins are increasing, right? And so they're more profitable, which means, people are going to buy the shares knowing that there's going to be a run. And especially when I see this on the weekly, it's also starting to pinch for the bulls. And this action obviously is getting front run right now. So we're going to get some action to here. Maybe we come down a little bit and then we pump out of that. I really do. So I think we double on the last top, which is 352. So maybe the top is, 700. So something like here. Yeah, about here. And again, if you want to do the retracements, so just simple retracements will be from here to, let me just move this over to the bottom, just like that. And then we look at for fib number 2. Fib number 2 is 667. So there you go. So that would be your top. Make sense? So yeah, we want regulation. We want guidance on how to proceed with all these assets because there's so many new assets out there, right? Now, both sides are, coming forward and saying they have some framework of regulation in place ready to go, but nobody actually says the details of those because I guess they don't want to show their hand. I get that. But I overall think like as long as they're putting something forward, it's meaningful. Whether Trump wins or Kamala Harris wins, I really don't care. As long as they put something together so we can have some clarity on what NFTs are, what tokens are, right? So that we don't have to worry about, SEC going after you personally, right? For selling unregistered tokens and you paying crazy fines. All right, so I think that's pretty much it in the news for today. I don't think there's much more than that. I saw that so Doge pumped 24%, apparently because of Elon Musk talking about the administration's DOGE branch of government. Of course, like things are so funny in crypto. Things pump on random things. And, Doge pumped, I think, a little bit, right? Let's take a look at Doge. So we do see like the potential of a pump anyway, right? So regardless of the situation, fundamentally, right? We have that crossover on the weekly, just like we talked about other assets. We have this front running that's happening right now. Probably going to get up to 17 cents, and then we'll have to figure out whether or not it's going to continue to go or not. But major roadblock is this first level at 22 cents, right? We have this contentious left side. So anything from that 22 cents to 36 cents, right? As you can guys see this, like, why always look at MACD? Important thing is the crossover happened here in 22. It was well deep into the bear territory, right? So this is all bearish, right? The second crossover happened much closer to the horizon, which is really, really bullish. In other words, more people stepped in to buy at that level, right? And began to converge to moving averages. This will be considered, in my estimation, a higher low. It's super bullish, right? Although we have, first high, lower high, because timing is really, really good right now, we're going to get this expansion, right? Probably to here. So if you were to kind of figure out where my top is, most likely it's going to be to there, right? So if we have this MACD go, look for topping about here and then down. That means we're going to look for price action to kind of like simulate MACD. Maybe we end up to here, 70 cents again, and then down. That would be where I would be selling, really. It's a comfortable double top, in my estimation, right? Can we get further than that? Can we get to like a dollar? I mean, it's possible, of course. But, why would you wait for that dollar, right? You're only going to get maybe like 20% more from that 70 cents level. So, like, why take the risk, right? This is high risk area. So I wouldn't do it. I would wait until 70 cents, close to that, and just sell. Be happy with that. All right, let's get into some charts. Let's get into Politify tokens before we take some requests. So if you have any requests, you can post them in the stream's chat. I'll take a look at it. All right. So one of the popular meme coins more recently was this goat. It's valued at 400 million already. It's been on the market for 7 days. Like, really be careful with this kind of stuff, right? If you're day trading it, fine. Go for it. But it's moving really quickly, right? It's moving really quickly right now, which means it's near the top. So when things are moving really quickly, so when it's, this takes about a couple weeks. Actually, not even, maybe a week, few days, another few days, and now it's like hours. When it gets to hours, be careful, right? Because can it get up to $1? 100%. But just be careful at that level. It's too fast, right? So I wouldn't be touching goat right now. If you're buying it here, you're okay, right? Because then you're looking at, 3x, 4x, whatever. But, looking at it on the 1 hour chart, like everything looks toppy to me. It's at a ascending trading channel, right? Could probably pop out with one more dump, but I wouldn't touch it. The other one that I noticed more recently that just came on the scene a couple months ago was Frog, or whatever you want to call it, FWOG. Be careful. See that? That's consolidation, top consolidation, or I should say distribution, rather. So that's top distribution, right? And it's eventually going to come down to here. So that will be close to 10 cents, right? Most likely has some bounce there. to like 16, which is a pretty good bounce if you're playing the bounces, and then definitely come down to here. So that will be right here. Okay, so 4 cents. Can it get higher? Of course, 174 million. Does it have a staying power? That's the question for you. Do you think it has staying power? If you think it does, then absolutely load up here, because then it's going to produce another high. So it's going to get to another high, right? I think it could. I can get to 30 cents, which is a 3x from this buy. So that would be my play if you're thinking about, another high from that level. Wait until that drop if it happens. It might take a little bit of time. Okay, let's get into Politify. So we have Donald Trump. I talked to you guys about this yesterday, and I said, it feels like it needs one more down leg. What I mean by that is, full reset on the hourly and the daily. Although it is trying to, push over that line. So this line is the one I drew. Also this high resistance at 38.39. This white line is the 3-year exponential moving average. 3-year. Okay, so it's a very, very strong resistance normally, or a very, very, very strong support. In this case, it's a resistance. I was thinking maybe a dump to here before we have another leg up. I don't know if we're going to get it. We're looking for, another high. So I'm looking for like something like this. So if it did, there's a dump, 31, 32 cents, and then maybe load up for the next leg up. As we move closer and closer to the election, probably going to have some people, thinking, oh, there's going to be a run coming. And so people are going to be buying it, right? Again, we're not holding through the election. We don't care about who wins, who loses. We just care about the run. We want to get money. And so we want to be selling in this area right here. So this right here for the first leg up. If we get the second leg, we want to sell here. It's 86 cents. And then the last leg is in here. So like $1.20, $1.40, whatever. Okay. Do not hold past the election. I'll repeat that. Do not hold past the election. Kamala Harris. All right. It had some positive momentum from yesterday to today. Right. We saw a support and try to get out of the wedge. Kind of pumped out of the wedge, and then it completely went down. It had a change of heart. So now it's trying to get to the bottom of the channel again. So it's probably going to get support here. Then try to get out again. Or maybe we have some support at a higher low. So higher low would be right here. About 60. Yeah, 006. So if you're thinking of adding comma at any point, that will be there. Okay, so we're close. Like, I'll show you what I mean. Right? We're close. We need to get out of that to the next level. Right? I don't think we're going to come down into here. I really don't. And then if you're thinking about where do we sell chart, come on, tell us, where do we sell? We sell here, like this level here, which will be 1.6 cents. And again, if things get crazy before the election, we're looking at the last top, which was here. That's nearly 3.5 cents. Okay. The other one that I'm watching carefully is GME and Cat Dog. Both have still decent amount of liquidity and volume. Like GME has $1 million in volume. I'm paying attention to that because, at some point we're going to get this kind of pop. Like I know I mentioned this before, but I think we will definitely get it. This is a daily candle, by the way. So, if GME, the stock, goes up crazy, we will definitely get this surge. So this surge, to whatever level. It could be 1.4 cents. It could be 2 cents. But we can get a 5x in a single day because it's proven to happen before. So just keep an eye on it. If there's any dump, you can add at these levels that I have there. So I have these levels in place for a reason. So one is at 003.6. The other one's at 0025. I don't think we'll get to 2.5. I think we can possibly get to 3.6. If we get to 3.6, absolutely add, and then you can have this pump whenever we get it. And then the last one I want to look at is cat dog. This one's weird because it looks like it was ready to go on the 4-hour scale, because I'll show you what I mean. So like this MACD is pretty much ready, if you can see it, right? We're producing higher lows all the time, which means at some point it's going to be a pop, right? We're going to get like this surge. When we get that surge, we're going to get that nice pump to, I think this level here. So let me show you. Right here. So about 250%, maybe 300%, whatever the case is. But I definitely think we get that surge soon, especially because, liquidity is still good. Transactions are pretty high still, 100,000 volume per day, right? It is listed on a lot of exchanges. I was surprised by that. Listed on Mexi and a couple other ones too. So keep an eye on that. All right, let's take a look at some requests. We have Render and Chonky. Let's look at Chonky because I have that ready to go. Okay, so we put these up from the last stream because we wanted to see if this action will get higher than this resistance right here. And so, we do expect this move up to these other levels at some point. Probably a stop here first. So whatever that is, 4 zeros, 5.6 will be my first sell. And then the next one will be 4.076, right? And then we go from there. Market cap is still decent, 20 million, right? Volume is pretty shit. You see the difference between like cat dog or GME. This one has 8.9 thousand and 200 transactions, which means they're probably small transactions. So if you're trying to get out, you might want to get out in small sections, like 25% at a time. But there's going to be a run to this level for sure. You can see it. All right, let's look at Render. So with Render, I remember mentioning this in yesterday's stream. We talked about deep pin a lot. Render is one of those like high usage projects, in my opinion. I'm sad to say that I did not see it back then. It would have been lovely to get it at that level, but even getting it at this level is not bad. Why? Because it has amazing use case, right? If we're going to all get into AI, eventually shared computing, I think having a decentralized model is the way to go, right? Because think about it like that. If you have all these computations and you're working on AI or you're working on digital imagery or whatever, you want to be able to make sure that there's no central entity for your source of power, right? If a portion of your grid goes down, what happens to your computations. So if we have a decentralized way of doing that, and I think that's fantastic. I'm all about decentralization. That's the reason why I'm in this space in the first place. And Render fundamentally is amazing. I think it should be one of the top projects overall. Where it is, technically speaking. All right, so let's drop some trend lines. So ideally, we don't want to see a regression to here, because that means, we need another 15% down. That's a possibility with Bitcoin possibly moving up stronger, taking liquidity away from a lot of these alts. Having said that, we do have that pinch, right, happening on the weekly, which means next week is going to be amazing. If you can buy it at this level, you will have a 100% move coming up. If it comes down to here, you can probably DCA, right? And then you'll have a stronger move as well. Overall, I think, I don't believe it has a huge market cap compared to what its usefulness is. And I think we're just going to see this chart expand to like $28, maybe $50 really, really soon. I really believe that. Here I'm making myself FOMO. Can you believe that? Appreciate you. Now I'm FOMOing into render. Thanks a lot. Opulus. Of course we're going to talk about Opulus. There's no way we're going to skip this stream and not talk about Opulus. All right. So, so you've had a lot of time to buy at these levels, right? Let me see how long. I'm curious, because I really want to hear nothing from people that are complaining about it when it goes up. So you had 847 days to accumulate. Let that sit into your head first. To accumulate Opulus. Okay. You have literally no excuses. Because this price action is going to be up here, right? It's going to be, come 2025 March, it's going to be probably up here, $1.20, $1.50, maybe $2. And, you're going to hate me. Right? You're going to be like, why didn't you tell me to buy it again? I'm like, well, I'm trying. 7.8 cents is a steal, right? You got to accumulate at these levels. Like, no matter what the price action is now, you're not looking at it from, now perspective. You're looking at it from what happens in 2025 perspective, right? I talked about this this oscillating trading, right? Eventually it's going to go up like that, and you won't have the time to buy at that level. You just won't, because the candles will look like this. There'll be these giant candles, and then you're going to go, oh, is it a good time to buy now? No, you had your time to buy. Your time to buy is at 7 cents, sub 10 cents, right? Like, sell that fucking meme, sell the meme and buy Opulus. Because memes can rug you, and I know Opulus won't. So yeah, I don't want to hear crying for Opulus when it goes up. I'm going to look at one more before we finish the stream. One that I was tipped by a cool account that I follow, and I posted this in our Discord, is this one right here. It could be anything, could be nothing, it could be a rug, but one thing I do notice is the green volume's coming back. This one can be found on Mexi, and I like the risk to reward ratio. It looks like it's going to give me a 3 to 4x. It's up against the resistance now, which is fine. Next resistance is here, which is almost 100%. The following resistance is here, and I think that's that's going to be easily jumped over. Why? Because I can see these wicks on this side, and that means like price action is really fast. You know, it'll go up really quickly and they'll come down really quickly, which means that you have to buy and then place your sell orders right away and leave them there. If they're big, you might want to spread them out a little bit, like make them into small chunks. But it's important that we, sell in certain sections like this. So you put a one sell order here, put a sell order here, maybe another one over here. But this is an active project apparently, and it is trading still, and the chart doesn't look that bad. So this could be a high risk, high reward situation. So make sure if you're adding capital to this play, it is very limited. And do your own research, right? Always with anything that I talk about here, make sure you do your own research. As I'm finishing the stream today, everything's looking great. If I'm looking at any of the alts, I mean, they're looking fantastic. Everything's up at least 2 to 3%. Jupiter's up 5.2. Velo 2.1. That should get going really soon. I'm super bullish. I'll be honest with you. Like the rest of the October is going to be amazing. And I can't wait to spend more time with you guys every single day. For those who haven't seen the beginning of the stream and you're live now, we are starting a newsletter, a free newsletter. And so if you want to go to that website, I'm sure we can make it simpler than that. I'll talk to Installus about it. But enter your email and subscribe. It's all free. We're going to give you lots of content every single week. So if you want to get more content from me or from any of our teams, enter your email and subscribe. This concludes episode 55. I really thank you all for joining me. We'll do this again tomorrow. See you guys later.
News in the code, riding on a blockchain, heavy with the load. Lambo dreams are dying, rugs are in the air. Try give us a meaning to the trading everywhere. Real Bitcoin's on the moon, and Ether's on fire. Holders in the storm, lifted higher and higher. With chart in the lead, watch the candles glow. Crypto's in the fast lane, never gonna hit them slow.
Dgenz Crypto Daily, fortunes you can see. Mining all those diamonds in digital harmony. Dgenz Crypto Daily, crypto, that's the key. Stay up on your game now. Trading is wild and free.
DeFi farms are lush, staking's all the buzz. NFTs are flipping, got those pixels flipping. Wallet stacking yield, hash rates on the rise. Dgenz Crypto Daily, vision in your eyes. Bulls are on the charge, bears are laying low. Crypto roller coaster, markets have been flown. Velo to the left, Bitcoin on the right. Crypto's never sleeping cause fortunes are overnight.
Dgenz Crypto Daily, fortunes you can see. Mining all those diamonds in digital harmony. Dgenz Crypto Daily, crypto, there's the key. Stay up on your game now. Charts got you wild and free.
Farms are lush, staking's all the buzz. NFTs are flipping, got those pixels flipping. Wallet stacking yield, hash rates on the rise. Dgenz Crypto Daily, vision in your eyes. Bulls are on the charge, bears are laying low. Crypto roller coaster, markets have been flown. Velo to the left, Bitcoin on the right. Crypto's never sleeping cause fortunes are overnight.
Dgenz Crypto Daily, fortunes you can see.
Fortunes you can see.
Mining all those diamonds, digital harmony. Dgenz Crypto Daily, crypto, there's the key. want you wild and free.